I'm all flip-flopped around. Feels a little odd. You can do Rich Way here? Man, what did I do with my lives? Live folder. Open enrollment opened today, or started today. I've got my postcards right here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Here we go.
The Max.
Danny in the jar.
Go Tigers, go on to victory beyond. So Saturday was one of the biggest days at the Liberty Bowl as your Memphis Tigers beat those Mickey Mouse Black Knights from UCF, Central Florida, right out of Orlando. Where were you? It's like the OJ chase, Kennedy's assassination. Where were you?
Are you asking me, or is that rhetorical?
That's rhetorical, but you could go ahead because you know where I was.
I was on my back porch, in my bedroom, and in the den. I was running around trying to do stuff, and because I can't stand just sitting there watching sports and eating away 4 hours of my day. So, but although I did stop with the last minute and 8 seconds, I mean, it was unbelievable. I was just in shock, and I was by myself, just screaming in silence.
The Carpenter wasn't there?
He was at a birthday party with the girls.
Oh, wow. I thought he would have been the one going nuts.
He's not a big football watcher.
Is he not? Okay.
I mean, basketball's always been his thing, but he's not watching that this year either. But, I mean, it was unbelievable. And I feel so bad for UCF. And that's why I said I was actually at a visitation on Friday night talking about football. And we were talking about how it's just, once you have kids, you just you don't feel as much. At least I don't. I've got other things going on. I still have to get up on Monday morning, no matter who wins. And
you don't wake up at 9 a.m. on game day having a White Claw at 9 a.m. to get ready. Right.
Not for the game. I may still have that White Claw, but that's just to get through the Saturday. But well, anyway, so I just wasn't feeling, the football mojo, as you would say.
Mm-hmm.
And after that game, well, I said at the visitation, I got tired of watching football and always feeling bad for the team that lost. That's the woman in me. Oh, yay, Bama's national champion. Oh, I feel so bad for Clemson. I mean, that's what happened. So I quit watching it because of that. Well, that's what I did with UCF. I felt so bad because they won the entire game. They were up.
Mm-hmm.
The poor players started fighting at the end of the game. After it was over, 2 players were going at it at the sideline against 2 UCF players on the same team because they were so upset. I never knew helmets could bounce that high off of turf because those were getting thrown everywhere. But I'm so happy the Tigers won. It's been 12 years since we beat that team, and it was unbelievable. I would hate to be that kicker.
It's been 30 years since we beat UCF. It was 1990. I watched the first half with some friends, and, it was the typical UCF Memphis game. We're down by 14, 17 points. I got some food, went home, ate said food, and then made the mistake of laying on the couch. Then at 7:30, I woke up and I had a text from my work wife. It said, "Holy fart," but that wasn't the F word. He missed it. And I was like, what? And I rolled over and I was hitting my iPhone like a Rubik's Cube, 4950, the final. And I was like, oh, how did I miss that? And the highlights the next day on College Game Day, Joey Galloway and Jesse Palmer. Every time we scored at the end, they were like, it's over, right? Nope, it's not over. But then I got interested when I also looked at the halftime score of Alabama, Georgia, 24-20. And I texted Danny back, it's like, I'm not missing the rest of this, though. But Georgia missed the rest of the second half as they didn't score. And Nick Saban and Alabama wins again.
Yeah, I started that game. That was a weird beginning of a game. What was it? The first play after they ran the kickoff and Georgia intercepts and one of our guys goes down. I was like, oh, well, glad Memphis did well because it doesn't look like Bama's going to be too hot today. But it turned out to be all right. Now, you said that it's been 30 years since we beat UCF. So has it been 12 times that we've lost?
Possibly. Yeah, that's
okay.
That sounds a lot better. Coming up, why are Tennesseans more fearful of blood than people from Arkansas and Mississippi whom just seem to be scared of each other? That's next. I'm going to do my rich way.
Click on the Tennessee Job Fair link to see open positions and apply today. It could be your lucky day.
98.1 The Max.
Now, traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples Store. Staples helps businesses save on everything from office essentials to health essentials to packing and shipping. Right now, save 30% on select shipping supplies and 20% on UPS expedited services. It's their only offer ends 10/31 while supplies last. See store for details. Staples.
Going to be very warm this week. High of around 85, lows around 65 for the week. So if you feel like cooking outside on the grill with your family, you can do that. And maybe look around and think about a nice little Christmas present for you and your family and spruce up your yard with Richway Landscape. 853-9590 or richwaylandscape.com. They have a lot of landscape designs for you, installations, elements. You're going to need landscape irrigation coming up in November, plus night lighting and custom pools. Man, you can check them out at richwaylandscape.com underneath their photo gallery. pools with waterfalls, and maybe a gazebo with an outdoor kitchen for you to cook out with and enjoy the outdoors. And if you don't believe me, you can read a bunch of testimonials that they have on their website. They've been around for 35 years taking care of folks and including landscape maintenance. Greg and Diane Rich started back in 1985, 35 years ago, and handed it down to their daughter, Jenny Binkley, and her husband, Mike, who's looking for landscapers. So that makes it a second-generation company and an award-winning company, even with Southern Living. So give them a call, 853-9590 or richwaylandscape.com. Richway Landscape. Expect the best.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if I can do this today. File, save as. Bum, 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 bum. Mhm. It is a Monday. Yes, it is. Liners. Nope. Liners. Downloads. Where are you? Yeah, it worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Save. Yes. Done. All right. Who's doing it?
Anthropophobia.
Um. Jarman. Hello. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Jar.
Here we go.
You can take out that.
Are we going now?
Well, do you have that woman ready? That most common fear ready?
Do I have the who? Oh, yes.
So when I pause to say that,
Okay.
just press that. A new survey published. Are you gonna? Do I need to fix the log so we can talk?
Do we need to go now?
Yeah, and then play that song.
$98.1. The Max. Danny in the Jar.
A new survey published by a security company, ADT, they have found that. Help me, please.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Anthropophobia.
Thank you, ma'am. What is that again? Anthropophobia.
Anthropophobia.
That is the fear of people. And so far, it's been America's most searched phobia this year. Do you have a fear of other people? I don't have a fear of people.
No, I mean, we wouldn't be in this industry if we did.
That accounted for 22% of all phobias that people search for online. It's a 5-fold increase since last year. Searches for this term peaked between April 19th and 25th. And of course, it's in parallel with the expanding of COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I would be searching COVID-19, not fear of people. Another coronavirus-related change versus 2019 was the number of searches for the fear of being alone. That was a 3-fold compared to last year. It was the most searched for fear in the state of Tennessee in 2019, fear of being alone. So Tennesseans last year Googled fear of being alone the most.
I guess that's because you've been in a quarantine or isolation, maybe.
This was last year.
Oh, whoa!
Fear of being alone for Tennesseans in 2019 was the number one phobia Googled. Now this year, Mississippi and Arkansas followed in rank with everybody else by Googling biggest fear of people. Again, the anthropophobia. But guess what Tennessee was this year? Scared of blood. Biggest fear for Tennessee now. Last year we were afraid of being alone. This year we're afraid of being of blood.
A bleeding.
So don't kill anyone so you're not alone and you have to see the blood pour out of their neck. That's all I can say.
Are you one of those that freak out when you see blood?
Not blood as much as just goriness. I don't want to see anything inside come out. You can pour blood everywhere, but if I start seeing bones or guts or no.
Or something not blood, like, you know, something yellow. What's the word I'm looking for? Just some kind of ooze. Yeah, that makes me worried.
Do you have an oily discharge that you need to talk about?
No, it's from the, never mind.
So once people are done Googling their fears, what are people doing that have been isolated? Also gone up is the sales of pinball machines. They're way up because people have been stuck at home with doing nothing. One company in Illinois said that they it sold 5 times more than usual this past summer.
I don't get that because I don't want to say where it is, but somebody recently opened up an arcade in a cool little entertainment district. I was like, you picked 2020 to open up an arcade where everybody can come and just hit those buttons and bam, 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 bam.
I would rather pump gas.
or lick the nozzles. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so over coronavirus. I'm going to go to your pinball machine and lick the side buttons. Just lick them. Coming up next, Matthew McConaughey reveals how his father really died. Let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay.
A woman missing for 12 days in Zion National Park found alive and reunited with her family. And Cortier's family saying in a statement that finding her, quote, wouldn't have been possible without the network of people who came together.
I think as we enter the winter, we're going to see continued spread. There's 42 states where hospitalizations are rising. There's 45 states where the rate of transfer, the RT, is above 1, meaning they have expanding epidemics. And there's really no backstop. There's not going to be an intervention that really...
A woman missing for 12 days in Zion National Park found alive.
Mhm.
Over coronavirus, I'm gonna get your pinball. Coming up next, Matthew McConaughey reveals how his. Coming up next, Matthew McConaughey reveals how his.
Coming up next, Matthew McConaughey reveals how his father really died. Do you have audio for this? Or should I look for some? If you're talking, I can't hear you.
I was just going to find that. What is it? The relax.
Well, hello there. I'm Matthew McConaughey.
True or false? We are a minimum of 6 months from a vaccine, but more likely we are a year.
Hey, Matthew here. McConaughey. Now, I know there are a lot of lonely ladies out there, and I just want you to know old Matthew's been thinking about you. Sometimes life gets tough. So does love.
Yeah, I have him doing that
Loving that you
relaxation voice.
every single day. You can't let those old bluebirds get you down. You got to take off your clothes and play a musical instrument. And remember, I'm out here, ladies. I'm laying by the pool. I sure
This isn't really him, but it goes with.
Can you hear this?
Well, hello there. I'm Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I can hear it, but I don't know what it's about. Why is it playing?
I put it in the wrong place. It's gone now, though. Whoa. Do we have a prize this week?
Oh, I guess I'll look in V promotions. Did you see what I sent you? We got Nickelback. Are you gonna listen to what I sent or no? What's wrong with this pen?
Okay, so Danny, it wasn't just me. All of this is coming MP3 still.
I know. I've just sent it. I mean, if you're not going to use it, I'm not going to sit here and convert everything. If
Oh,
it's not gonna be used.
No, but I'm okay. But you know how 2 weeks ago you were frustrated how everything I said. I didn't know if it was my end or here or. Do you want to use his real voice or this parody?
Well, I'm just saying that parody seems to go along with what he.
Oh,
The
what he's
story.
talking about? I got you. Okay, that's fine. That's good. When we play it at the beginning or end?
I would say end, and then just hit Morning Wood.
Yep.
All right. What am I doing? The news. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
First one.
Steel Panther.
Hey.
Okay.
No.
Yes, the World Series teams have been decided. We'll tell you how and highlight next. Yes, the World Series teams have been decided. We'll talk more about that next in your sports shorts. High of 82 today and cloudy. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, you're gonna have to go here. Let's move you. Let's move you. Let's put you there.
Who won the state in 2016? A woman missing for. Who won the state in 2016? A woman. Who won the state in 2016? A woman missing for 12 days in Zion National Park. Who came together? Who came together? Who came together? For the third time in four. Who came together? For the who came together? For the third time in 4 years, the Dodgers are going to the World Series. The Rays are going to the World Series. Yes, the World Series teams have been decided. We'll talk more about that next in your sports shorts. High of 82 today and cloudy.
Today's headlines are
Cloudy.
Today's headlines are brought to you by First Jackpot Casino Tunica.
Morning.
Yes, ma'am.
No, my dog opened my door and then my child walked by
Oh,
out of bed.
I was like, how's she hearing that?
Yeah, I'm having to resample everything too over here, so I don't know. Let me shut this door.
Here we go.
$98.1. The Max. Danny and the Jar.
Matthew McConaughey is doing the rounds in preparation for the release of his new memoirs, Green Lights. What's one thing, Danny Bruns, that, well, I guess it is rhetorical, but I mean, there's some things in your life that you really shouldn't share with millions and millions of people who admire you, correct?
Yes, I believe that. I don't know that this is one of them, though. I think this is actually a pretty cool story.
Okay. Interview with People magazine. He revealed that when his father, James Donald McConaughey, died of a heart attack in 92, he went how he wanted to, making love with his wife. Matthew said, I got a call from my mom. She said, your dad died. My knees buckled. I couldn't believe it. He was my dad. Nobody or nothing could kill him except mom. He had always told me and my brothers, boys, when I go, I'm going to be making love to your mother. And that's what happened. Okay, I didn't read that part of the story. Are you kidding me?
You got to read the story before we do it on air, Jar.
It's like Babe Ruth calling that home run.
Because would you rather him die like Michael Hutchins apparently died, or
No. Yeah, my dad died from masturbating in a closet, hanging off a necktie. No.
So what did you think really happened?
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't know he called the shot, is my point. But I wouldn't tell everybody, my dad was making love with my mom and had a heart attack.
I think it's great. What's better? My dad was standing in the driveway and had a heart attack?
Or he was at McDonald's getting a McRib.
Now, what I want to know is what the mother did. See, I'm sick enough where I want to know. I guess he had a heart attack, so he was still alive. So she could call 911. But I mean,
I've read circumstances like this plenty of times before, but you're right. Is he faking? When we're in that intimacy, a lot of times you're being playful and all this. And
do you still have morning wood, or does it just go away immediately?
Hey, Matthew here. McConaughey. Now, I know there are a lot of lonely ladies out there, and I just want you to know old Matthew's been thinking about you. Sometimes life gets tough, and so does love, but you just got to keep on living and loving, man, and loving that you're living and live your loving and love your life every single day. You can't let those old bluebirds get you down. You got to take off your clothes and play a musical instrument. And remember, I'm out here, ladies. I'm laying by the pool, my shirt is off, and I got a bottle of the good stuff. And someday you might be next in line, and you and I can spend the whole night carrying on, loving and living and all that entails. I'm Matthew, and you be thinking about me now.
With Danny and the Jock on 98.1 The Max.
Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would a cow escape from a farm yet get caught in his neighbor's trampoline?
Would a man fall out of a building window and die because of a swatting a fly?
Or would an intoxicated woman claim to be Dolly Parton only because she needed a blanket? 535-9898. Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline? And you're going to get one hell of a prize today. We can't give you 2020 back, but we can give you Nickelback. You will win a copy of Nickelback's All the Right Reasons Deluxe Edition 2 CD set right here with 98.1 The Max. Good luck. What's up with the fast on the fingers?
I thought you were done.
And Matthew was done too. It's the final countdown. Is anybody calling?
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Hey, The Max, who's this?
Hey, it's Austin.
Austin, where you calling from, buddy?
East Memphis.
How's your Monday morning going?
It's interesting so far.
What's happened that's made it interesting? That's just a interesting answer. Not what I was expecting.
We had this new guy come into work and all dressed in a cowboy hat and Wranglers, and just very interesting cat he was.
Was he a stranger, or do you work somewhere like in retail that he would be there before 7:45?
Another guy brought him up. They're from Raleigh, and he's just an interesting fellow. It just made the Monday all the more interesting. That's all I'll say about it.
Well, Austin, you've made my Monday more interesting, and a lot of our listeners. Thank you very much.
right.
Yeah! Austin, which morning wood is the actual headline for today? Would a cow escape from a farm yet get caught in his neighbor's trampoline? Would a man fall out of a building window and die because of swatting a fly? Or would an intoxicated woman claim to be Dolly Parton only because she needed a blanket?
I'm gonna go with the woman and Dolly Parton.
Woo! Austin, I am so sorry that I haven't made your morning more interesting because you have no morning wood today. But you do have a cowboy and Wranglers.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Austin. Have a great week.
All right, you too.
All right, buddy.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Larry King.
Larry.
Larry, yes. Hey, Danny. Hey, John.
Hey, Larry. Which morning wood headline's the actual headline? The cow in the trampoline, the man falling out of a window because of a fly, or the intoxicated woman claiming to be Dolly Parton?
I'm going to say the intoxicated woman being Dolly Parton.
Wow. No, sir. Bob. Larry, no morning wood for you today.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Wendy
Hey, Wendy, where you calling from, buddy? Girl, hey, you?
from the interstate.
Wendy, do you know which morning wood is the actual headline for today? The cow in the trampoline, the man falling out of the building, or the intoxicated woman being Dolly Parton?
The man falling out of the building.
No morning wood for you today. I'm sorry, Wendy.
That's all right. Thank you.
Be careful.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Mr. King again.
Oh, Larry. You did this last time.
I'm going to get there again and get it right.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's Larry King again.
All right.
All right, let's go with the dude swatting the fly.
Oh, Larry, you are
Come on, man.
not good at this game at all.
Larry, don't ever call again.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Larry.
525-9898. You know the numbers.
He's going to call right back, isn't he? Let's
No,
see how long it takes.
There's no one calling.
3, 2.
Hey, the Max. Hey, the
Larry.
No way. I told you I'd get there again.
Larry. Which headline is the actual headline? It's not the building, the guy falling out of the building, because you already got that one wrong. And it's not the intoxicated Dolly Parton. You already got that one wrong. So which one is it?
I guess it's the cow in the trampoline. That's so funny.
You are correct, Larry. The cow escaped from a farm but got caught in his neighbor's trampoline, and you get the ultimate prize of a Nickelback's All the Right Reason Deluxe Edition 2 CD set. That, if that doesn't give you morning wood, I don't know what will.
I'm going home.
Yeah, that kind of works.
All right, Jar, you get Larry's info. And
All right, Larry, hang on 1 second, okay?
Thank you.
That's awesome. I don't care if we run late. I love your little countdown too. 3, 2, 61.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, mute yourself for me, please.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, I'm done.
You're listening to Danny and the Jock.
On 98.1 The Max.
And on the first pitch, in the air, right coming in, Margot, and that's it! The 10, Margot, and that's it! Coming in, Margot, and that's it!
Jarman, mute yourself. I can't do that.
Got you. My bad. One minute. I can't hear you. I'm going to play Recycler.
Danny and the Jock. 98.1 The Max.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's crazy how people do a movie together. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, it's Austin.
Here we go.
Get up. It's your morning wood with Danny and the Jock on 98.1 The Max.
Hey, The Max, who's this?
Hey, it's Austin.
Austin, where you calling from, buddy?
East Memphis.
How's your Monday morning going?
It's interesting so far, but it's good.
What's happened that's made it interesting? That's just a interesting answer. Not what I was expecting.
We had this new guy come into work and all dressed in a cowboy hat and Wranglers, and just very interesting cat he was.
Was he a stranger, or do you work somewhere like in retail that he would be there before 7:45?
Another guy brought him up. They're from Raleigh, and he's just an interesting fellow. It just made the Monday all the more interesting. That's all I'll say about it.
Well, Austin, you've made my Monday more interesting, and a lot of our listeners. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah! Austin, which morning wood is the actual headline for today? Would a cow escape from a farm yet get caught in his neighbor's trampoline? Would a man fall out of a building window and die because of swatting a fly? Or would an intoxicated woman claim to be Dolly Parton only because she needed a blanket?
I'm gonna go with the woman and Dolly Parton.
Woo! Austin, I am so sorry that I haven't made your morning more interesting because you have no morning wood today. But you do have a cowboy and Wranglers.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Austin. Have a great week.
All right, you too.
Hey, The Max, who's this?
Larry King.
Larry.
Larry, yes. Hey, Danny. Hey, Jar.
Hey, Larry. Which morning wood headline's the actual headline? The cow in the trampoline, the man falling out of a window because of a fly, or the intoxicated woman claiming to be Dolly Parton?
I'm going to say the intoxicated woman being Dolly Parton.
Wow. No, sir. Bob.
I never get it
Larry,
right.
no morning wood for
Okay.
you today.
All right, thanks. Yeah, have a good one.
You're welcome.
Hey, The Max, who's this?
Wendy
Hey, Wendy, where you calling from, buddy? Girl, hey, you.
from the interstate.
Wendy, do you know which morning wood is the actual headline for today? The cow in the trampoline, the man falling out of the building, or the intoxicated woman being Dolly Parton?
The man falling out of the building.
No morning wood for you today. I'm sorry, Wendy.
That's all right. Thank you.
Be careful.
Hey, The Max, who's this?
Mr. King again.
Oh, Larry. You did
Right,
this
I'll miss
last
this
time.
time and then get through again and get it right.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's Larry King again.
All right.
All right, let's go with the dude swatting the fly.
Oh, Larry, you are
Come on, man. I
not
knew it.
good at this
Watch,
game
I'm going
at
to get back through.
all.
Watch.
Larry, don't ever call again. You're horrible.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Larry.
535-9898. You know the numbers.
He's going to call right back, isn't he?
There's no
Let's
one.
see how long it takes.
There's no one calling.
3, 2.
Hey, The Max. Hey, The Max.
Larry.
No way. I told you I'd get through again.
Larry. Which headline is the actual headline? It's not the building, the guy falling out of the building, because you already got that one wrong. And it's not the intoxicated Dolly Parton. You already got that one wrong.
Yeah.
So which one is it?
I guess it's a cow in the trampoline. That's so funny.
You are correct, Larry. The cow escaped from a farm but got caught in his neighbor's trampoline, and you get the ultimate prize of a Nickelback's All the Right Reason Deluxe Edition 2 CD set. That, if that doesn't give you morning wood, I don't know what will.
I'm going home.
Yeah, that kind of works.
I can't believe that the guy did it twice. He got all two wrong. And then for the second time.
Yeah, meaning that he's done that to us like a few weeks ago. He called in, got wrong, called in again, wrong, and then third time got it right, and then did it again today. Thanks, Larry.
Right. Thank you, Larry. It seems like a bunch of wildlife and livestock in Australia have been crazy during this pandemic, as one of about 40 cows that recently made an escape from a farm in Australia was found less than a mile away, but after somehow getting on a neighbor's trampoline and getting stuck there, Trampoline's owner said she noticed the cow on it Wednesday night and realized it wasn't able to stand on it. Another neighbor used a tractor to carefully lift the animal off the trampoline and contacted the cow's owner. I wish there were video of a cow on a trampoline. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
And when you see the headline, I'm thinking it's stuck like in the springs, but it's not. It's just stuck there because it can't move on a trampoline.
So it's stuck on the thing holding it to the ground, or
it can't walk or bounce from the story that I'm reading here. She noticed a cow on the trampoline and realized it wasn't able to stand on it. So the tractor lifted the cow off the trampoline.
wow, who knows? That's
How did it get there? I guess it just jumped on top of it and was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah. My family did livestock before we did rice and soybeans years when I was a kid, and I was scared to death of them, but they could barely move. I don't know how it got on a trampoline. This is crazy. Coming up, the World Series teams have been decided. We'll tell you how and the highlights during your sports shorts next. Clear.
I'm thinking brains do over paranoid.
All right.
Just so it's a little longer. Since that was a long one.
Oh,
We'll be a little late, but we'll be closer than.
It was worth it, though. It was great. Okay, when you're done, let me tell you what Dr. Dave has for Foo Fighters.
Okay, what does he have?
First show since pandemic to help independent venues. Wait, can you hear this?
There goes my hero.
Do you have the audio of him talking though?
Hang on.
It's times like each of us has had some pretty amazing experiences here in this club, but there are lots of smaller venues like. It's crucial that we do everything we can to make sure that these venues survive.
I'll send you both of those. We would do it on Teams.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll be right back.
All right.
Let me grab the lives. How much time we got?
2:30. 2:30. 2:30. 2:30, girl. 2:30, girl. Please don't go, girl. I gotta know. I gotta know. Is this the end? All right, here we go.
sports shorts, shorter than a Houston Astro in the batter's box. With Danny and the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
We've already talked about football and your Memphis Tigers and their incredible comeback. But speaking of comebacks, the LA Dodgers won the National League Championship Series last night with a 4-3 Game 7 win over the Atlanta Braves. And how many World Series have they won? 3 times in 4 years? No. They play the Tampa Bay Rays starting tomorrow night after the Rays put away the Houston Astros in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series Saturday. That's not the audio that I was supposed to. It says Tangerine. That's by Led Zeppelin. But hey, they won. Danny, have you ever watched the Red Zone, NFL Red Zone?
No. I mean, I've seen it, but I don't watch it.
Right. I don't know how to say his last name, but Andrew Siciliano, an Italian, has been narrating. He narrates all the day's actions. He sits there for like 7 hours and goes constantly from back to this game to that game to that game. And sometimes you don't hear him because he obviously has to take a tinkle break every now and then. But this guy's been doing this since 2004.
Siciliano.
All right. And how do you say that Tylenol thing? That's
Acetaminophen. You have to say it fast.
Well, he took to Twitter just before the start of the game yesterday and said he tested positive for the COVID-19, and he's not missed a day of the Red Zone channel in 16 years. That's quite a feat. Hey, and remember how Dan Mullen last week said he wanted 90,000 fans packed in Florida's stadium against LSU? Well, they had 21 players and coaches test positive earlier in this week, which led to the postponement of its next 2 games. And guess who announced Saturday that he had the COVID-19? That would be head coach Dan Mullen. Careful what you wish for, young man. And this is pretty incredible. Jason Korkak won the CJ Cup PGA in Vegas yesterday, getting his first victory in the PGA in 233 tournaments over 10 seasons. 35-year-old finished at 20 under, winning by 2 strokes over fellow American Xander Schauffele. Think about how many times you try and do something. You try and you try and you try.
And you're saying there's a chance.
You're saying that 1 in a million.
I bet there's plenty of golfers out there who never win.
Right. I mean, and imagine all the hours and, just lessons that you take.
I mean, how many years have you been doing this and you're still not winning?
I'm trying. And Joey Logano held off Kevin Harvick. Held off to win the Kansas Speedway yesterday and to clinch a spot in the NASCAR Cup Series finale at Phoenix. It was the 3rd win of the season for Logano and his first since the pandemic began. So go NASCAR.
Did you or Pam pick that driver?
No, ma'am. Neither one of us. So we will hear from her coming up this afternoon with Pam's picks from the book at Horseshoe.
Coming up next, Kim Kardashian celebrates her 40th birthday as the first guest on David Letterman's Netflix show. My next guest needs no introduction. Details are next.
You ready for SY?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've been doing this how long?
Well, when you don't let me talk during sports, I'll just come up with what I want to.
I wish we were on satellite. That promo sounds awesome, by the way. Here we go.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
S.Y. Wilson, the official outfitters of Danny and the Jar, where they've got new duck head, new element, flag, and anthem, new women's boutique, and all new Yeti coolers. Those are with the limited edition colors. If you're looking for a gift for yourself or anyone on your list, you can start knocking them out at S.Y. Wilson. There is something for everyone there, and I've really missed my Oh Great meals, so I got to get over there and load up my freezer. You got to try the new Oh Great meals from S.Y. Wilson, and the food is just terrific. You stick it in the oven, and dinner is done.
Done. Plus, if you're a golf disc player, they have Protege discs there and new hat walls with ton of awesome hats. They have a tackle and fishing rod and reel store right next door, next to their kayaks. They have new kayaks coming this month, plus new canoes from Hobie and Jackson. Plenty of Amish jams and jellies, new jewelry, and Okalai fall footwear for your Christmas gifts. As Danny said, it's that time of the year, so go to S.Y. Wilson, 12020 Walker Street in the heart of Arlington, next to the Arlington Depot. It's S.Y. Wilson, where they have you covered from the trail to the cocktail. Clear.
Do we even need this?
Probably not. Remember, maybe we could play this dominoes later.
Do you have
No, I'm looking. There's nothing. I was thinking there would be a trailer or something.
I was shocked that nobody ever talked about what it feels like to watch him.
Listen, I've never done this.
Are you serious?
No, look at me. Well, here we go. Jay-Z, you're Dave Z.
Because the person in that chair is so much smarter than I am.
That's great.
And then I'll airdrop it to you. Do you know what airdrop is?
What is that?
Okay.
You're about to be Jay-Z. You're
She takes a selfie with him.
You can play that?
No, because it's
You
convoluted.
ever talked about what
That's great.
And then I'll
The person in that chair is so much smarter than I am.
Yeah, I'll play that. It might be a little reckless, but
Good morning, Susan, John, RD, Shane, Daniel.
$98.1.
the max.
Danny in the Jar.
mm-hmm.
Guys,
Hey guys, should I be in it or not?
you can.
Okay. We've been doing this show, and each time I'm gratified because the person in that chair is so much smarter than I am.
That's great.
And then I'll airdrop it to you. Do you know what airdrop is?
Sure.
Okay.
That is David Letterman and Kim Kardashian. She's going to be the first guest on his Netflix show. My next guest needs no introduction. And for him to say she's much smarter than him, comes out on Wednesday, which will be her 40th birthday. Danny, what are you getting her?
Some new pants. know.
That might fit her, that aren't medium.
I don't know how she gets them on. It's a very big mystery.
But the highlights of the show are that she attended the OJ trial. She and Courtney sat behind OJ, much to the chagrin of Kris Jenner. For the record, the late Nicole Brown Simpson was her mother's best friend, while OJ was the bestie of their dad, the late Robert Kardashian, who obviously unfriended him out of the positivity that OJ did it. Out of the respect for their children, she won't discuss the final verdict. When keeping up with the Kardashians in, it won't affect Kim's income. She told Dave that a social media post pays more than a whole season of her reality show.
Wow. Wow. One tweet.
How much are we making on this Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch?
Not jack.
We've been on for an hour and 19 minutes and 20 seconds. And I just paid for lunch. You'll find out the rest when my next guest needs no introduction, as I said, drops on Wednesday. We just made another 5 cents 10 seconds later, Danny.
We did not. We haven't made a dime or a penny.
Maybe you're not getting the same mailbox money that I am.
Y'all are mailing the check to the wrong place.
Coming up, Rick Astley shows up unexpectedly in a New York trail, and a 14-year-old finds out the cure for coronavirus first. That's next.
Never gonna let you down. Wrong mouse. Gotta love it.
Never gonna give, never gonna give.
We just did the pinball.
Dominize. I deleted that if we have time.
What is the time on that?
I think about 3 something.
4.5.
Boom lay, boom lay, boom.
What tease was that? That just destroyed 3. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, wait, look at this.
Maximum rock for Memphis is 98.1 The Max.
I'm gonna make you cry.
A woman missing for 12 days. A woman missing for 12
Oh, I got on that. What is up there? Oh, okay.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching that fever pitch is bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll
I just tried to type in Adele and my fingers weren't in the right place. And I typed Adike. I was like, nope, not the right word. Hmm.
Listen to that tease.
Okay.
It'll throw you off.
You got me weird worried.
What am I doing?
There's a fire. I love the new backdrop. For those of you on Facebook Live, that bust of Elvis belongs to me in case something ever happens to Danny.
What? Sorry, say that again.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to our viewers on Facebook Live. If anything ever happens to you, that Elvis bust over your right shoulder is mine. I said, I like your new backdrop too. Who's that? Woody, and who else? Who's next to Woody?
Jesse.
Is Jesse part of Toy Story?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta do something with this down here.
What is that? Looks like a karaoke machine.
Oh no, they're just like baskets, crates of junk. Barbie's over there, and American Girl's over there, and here, and there, and everywhere.
Now, is that the bus that was on the piano for years, or another one? Don't you have 2 or 3 of them?
There's another one that's downstairs that was on the piano till I had to decorate behind me. I think there's a witch there now.
There's a witch girl, and she's gone too far, and you know it don't matter anyway. You can say money, but it won't get you too far, get you too far. But don't you know?
I'm starving. I'm starving, Marvin. I'm starving. Okay. So she's doing SNL next weekend because for whatever reason I saw it this past Saturday. I was like, she was not on it.
Yeah, you were even confusing me. It's like, I didn't know the host. Wasn't Justin Bieber the...
Yep.
But don't you know?
Stupid song. You don't know how hard it is to be a child celebrity. That's what the lyrics were. Well, I mean, they weren't exactly that, but there was no hidden meaning to it.
Okay, you're paraphrasing, but I was about to fall out of this chair. That's some talent right there.
Oh, I think it's Lonely. Yeah, it's Lonely. Justin Bieber's Lonely shows the dark side of childhood stardom. See, told you.
Hey, should we just come out of this cold with no liner and talk about Wednesday?
I mean, we can, but I don't think the liner's going to be that big of a deal just because it's like 2 seconds, but I don't care.
No, I'll play it. Boom, lay, boom.
What if you had it all, but nobody to call? Maybe then you'd know me because I've had everything, but no one's listening. And that's just lonely. I'm so lonely. Everybody knows my past now. Like my house was always made of glass, and maybe that's the price you pay for the money and fame at an early age. And everybody saw me sick, and it felt like no one gave it.
On the internet,
They
nor
criticized the things I did as an idiot kid.
cares.
I mean, I don't mind the message, but have some creativity in it.
Here we go.
Deep, dark in your soul.
Hey, talk about it, and then you go into the story.
Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
That was Shine Down and Diamond Eyes. Smith and Myers, Brent Smith, and Zach Myers, our very own Zach Myers, here in Memphis, Tennessee, are going to be at the Malco Summer Drive-In this Wednesday night.
That's right. You can get tickets now, and it's going to be the first show that we've had since the pandemic. It's going to be an acoustic show that sounds awesome. Now, next hour, we're going to be talking about Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters and the acoustic set that they did for Save the Stages. And as I was listening to that last night, I just thought, this is so amazing. And sometimes acoustic can be even more amazing than the, full band. And then I thought, hey, we'll get to see that Wednesday night with Smith and Myers.
Mm-hmm. The big question on Facebook, what's the last show you saw before the pandemic? Can you remember?
No.
Mine was Tesla about 2 weeks before that, but it took me a while to remember.
I don't know if I've seen a show this year.
Or last year, you mean?
Well, I mean, we could go out of our houses in January and February and half of March.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, but still. I only went to Tesla at Graceland. That was it.
Well, Adele, she is not touring quite yet, but she is terrified about hosting Saturday Night Live next weekend. And she has performed on the show before, but most recently 5 years ago, but this will be her first time as a host. Oh, so she's going to be the host and the singing host. What do you call it?
The musical guest. No, that's the thing about it. She's appeared as a musical guest, but this is going to be her first time. I was thinking about her this weekend. I was like, as big of a deal as her first album was, that was just insane how she hasn't been back since. And now she's lost all this weight and looks great.
What, it's insane that she hasn't been back to SNL?
No, just been back. It's been like 5-6 years since that.
Same with but that's how long it was before that album. And I can't remember who my mother and I were talking about, but she isn't going to put out crap. Not going to do it.
Mm-mm.
So it took her about 5 years to put out that last one.
Mm-hmm. And Bruce Willis's daughter Rimmer shared a video online of her dad as Die Hard's John McClane confronting what looks to be bad guys. She captioned it with "The Die Hard is back." And there's been speculation over whether or not a new Die Hard film will be happening. It may have fallen through once Disney bought Fox, but there have been murmurs of a possible Die Hard. Do you really even still care? Have you seen any of the Die Hard since 2 or 3?
No. Are there more than 2 or 3?
Yes, there's about 5 or 6 of them. That's how Liam Neeson it's gotten with Die Hard.
Now, I thought that it was true that Die Hard was coming back. Like it is said to be done.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been Die Hard. There's been one with Jay Courtney. There's been one with the Drew Barrymore's ex-boyfriend. I can't think of him.
Really?
Yes. They're all great. They're all pretty good.
It's supposed to release sometime in 2022.
Coming up, we've got, let's see, Rick Ashley shows up unexpectedly on a New York trail, and a 14-year-old finds the cure for coronavirus. But since it's Monday and we love us some Adele, how about a little Monday mashup?
There's a fire starting in
I didn't even realize I skipped that whole thing till just now.
Hey, look, I was like, no. I was like, no.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what.
It happens. It happens.
It doesn't happen to me. Yeah, right when you said it again, I go, wait a minute, we've already said that once.
No, I was
You
like,
probably thought I did too, because I stumbled through the beginning of Adele.
I know, and you were like, I was like, no, I shouldn't have played that in your ear.
Because when you said you start it, and then you started talking about Shinedown, I was like, okay, I guess I'm not starting it.
I did throw you a curveball. Like, what's the last concert you saw?
No, it's fine. I didn't even have. I just had Adele up on the screen.
Exactly. Hey, Ron. Malaki.
I don't know what was the last concert I went to.
Oh no, but when I saw it, I was like, well, I went to Chevelle and Horseshoe, but I forgot my friend Donna, who I went to kindergarten through 12th grade with. She came down for Tesla, and it was like 2 weeks before the pandemic, and she thought I brought the COVID back from New Orleans, because remember I took that Monday off and then they played Thursday night. You brought the COVID back on that train, damn it.
How do you feel about playing any of those Foo Fighters? It's really, really good, but I don't know about its entirety just because it's for a charity. I don't know.
Well, instead of you just picking through that, hang on.
There goes. Hold on. Are you playing something?
Yes.
Okay, mute yourself because I'm trying to.
No, I got you. I'm just telling you that Dr. Dave.
I'm listening to it.
No, I'm talking about the music.
Okay, what about it? What about the music?
Oh, no, they have 25, and they all have 25 seconds of My Hero, Times Like These, and Everlong.
Okay, send those three to me.
Okay. I'll be back.
Shelby County topped 111,000 in early voting in just 4 days last week. And this week will be the only full week of early voting, and locations will be open through October 29th. High of 82 and cloudy today. Coming up next, Chicago is deemed the rattiest city in the U.S. for the 6th year in a row.
Together. For the third time in 4 years, the Dodgers are going to the World Series. The Rays are going to the World Series.
Shelby County topped 111,000 in early voting in just 4 days. Shelby County topped 111,000 in early voting in just 4 days last week. And this week will be the only full week of early voting, and locations will be open through October 29th. High of 82 and cloudy today. Shelby County topped 100. Shelby County topped 111,000 in early voting for the 6th year in a row.
Today's headlines are brought to you by First Jackpot Casino Tunica. Danny and the Jar, 98.1 The Max.
You ready?
Yep.
Danny and the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
Jarman, you're a big hiker, right? No.
Thanks for that foul ball up against the head. I do like it. I will say, you know, I've always liked to walk. I've not been that healthy over the last year and a half, but I do enjoy, if I'm somewhere I'm not used to, I do like it. Yes.
I'm a nervous hiker. If I think that there's going to be a mountain lion around the corner, I'd rather not do it.
All right, we've discussed this. Did you see the video last week of the guy who took a picture of a mountain lion's kitties, and all of a sudden the mountain lion charged at him, and he took a video of it? He was all by himself. He was like, why didn't I bring my gun, my knife? And remember, I told you, hiking has to be the one thing that you don't do by yourself.
Why are you taking pictures of kittens? You know the mom is around somewhere. She's not leaving her cubs right there.
And even in your news, that lady has been missing for 2 weeks. She lost her job. If you heard that story earlier during Danny's news, she lost her job to COVID, got a converted van, and then started traveling America. And she's been in a Utah trail for 2 weeks. Nobody can find her.
She's been found.
Thank God.
That's why it's in the news story. She has been found.
Thank goodness.
Well, this hiking trail up in South Nyack, New York, it has little QR codes. So talking about the history of the area, which is I think is really cool. I love that kind of stuff. That's what would make me like to hike even more. Lately, if we go out of town and we do go on a hike, I look for waterfalls. Not because I'm really into waterfalls. I just need a destination. I don't want to walk in a circle and then come back.
Right.
So walk to the waterfall and back.
You need a landmark that you're
Exactly. Yes. So I think that's really cool. I would be interested in that, scanning a QR code on my phone to read more about it.
At least you know where you are. Right.
Right. It turns out one of the code links to something else. Here's what pops up when you scan it.
Never gonna turn around.
Now, who needs a waterfall when you can find that? That would make my day. I would be there for hours just playing it over and over.
Forget you, mountain lion. I'm never going to give you up.
Maybe that's why they have it there. So if any animals come around, they'll run scared. What was that sound?
Hey, so when you and the carpenter went to California, what did that trail say? It like warned you of mountain lions and stuff.
There was like 3 different things: a mountain lion, a wolf, and something else. A bear, probably, I think.
And then what the Eagle Scouts say? Oh, they're not going to be.
Yeah, they're not going to be out here. And I said, well, he said, why are you reading that so intensely? I said, there's instructions of how to react to each one, and they're all different. One says run, one says don't run, one says put your arms up, one says make loud noises. Do you think I'm going to sit there when the mountain lion comes around the corner and go, okay, which one was the mountain lion? All right.
Wait, let me check my QR code real quick.
Yeah. Oh, this one we don't run. I'm already halfway down the mountain. I don't care if you say don't run. I'm running.
You've already put the QR code to turn the RV on and go.
So hiking has become a bigger thing, I think, during the pandemic. A lot of people are just getting out to have other activities. Not this kid. I mean, have you done anything like this during the pandemic? This will make you feel real good, like Danny Thomas. Here's one of the people who might prevent this type of pandemic from happening in the future. It's a 14-year-old girl in Texas. She just won 25 grand through an annual contest called the Young Scientist Challenge. She got it for her work on the molecule that could potentially bind to coronavirus proteins and make them inactive. Here she is.
My grandpa, when I was younger, he used to always push me towards science. He was actually a chemistry professor, and he used to always tell me to learn the periodic table of elements and learn all these things about science. And over time, I just grew to love it.
Dear, are you sure she's 14? Hang on.
I developed this molecule which can bind to.
She sounds like she's 34.
I developed this molecule to combine protein. That's what I sounded like at 14.
Yeah. I don't sound like that at 50. Sorry. Whether it's my papa or not. But man, can you imagine finding a remedy for all this?
Actually, at 14, I sounded like this. Hi, I'm Danny.
Where's Officer Woods so he doesn't catch me smoking
cigarettes? I bet that 14-year-old doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Jeez.
No, it's incredible. And I love to see that the kids are still like that and smart and doing things that can change the world, because you know what? We got a lot of people in their 70s that sure as hell can't change anything.
Coming up, Chicago is deemed the rattiest city in the U.S. for the 6th year in a row. Go Cubs. Pause.
Go Cubs.
I'll be back. I'm getting some audio for this.
Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. All right, Dave Grohl, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
I bet I didn't hit that airplane, and bingo was his name.
The new house is amazing. So much character.
Mute yourself.
Huh?
Mute.
No, I got you. I'm done. I'm playing the Geico Red commercial.
Do that. La da da da.
It's times like these. Uh-oh. Hey, since we just talked about it, I'm going to change the T's on the next story. And how I put Kim Kardashian in there twice, I'm not quite
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, then you just do the T's.
Okay. Okay. Then. Never gonna give you up. And we may do, well, if you stop trying. I love me some Pat.
Oh, can you hear that?
Through your headphones.
Yeah, those are my favorite parts. I didn't, and Dave didn't have them, so I just edited them all together.
Here we go.
It's Danny and the Jar, 98.1.
The Max.
The new house is amazing. So much character.
Original crown molding, walk-in closets.
We do have a rat problem. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Does help us save.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I don't know what insurance companies do or who they hire, but man, they have some of the best commercials out there. That, of course, was Rat Down in the Cellar, the name of their first album in that Geico commercial. And there's a lot of honors that cities strive for. Best air, best job rates. Obviously, here in Memphis, we're looking for the best bike lanes. But Chicago got something different. The rattiest city, and it's won the title for the 6th year in a row. According to Orkin, they ranked 50 U.S. cities based on the amount of rodent treatments each year, and Chicago has taken the crown again, rounding out the list. L.A., New York, Washington, San Fran, Detroit, Philly. If you notice, all of those are around a big body of water.
Oh, thank you, because I was just about to Google it, thinking, why do big cities have more rats than small cities?
Yep. When
That's not the case, though.
When George Klein had you on his Memphis Sound show back in the day, he was like, how many times has Jarman been fired? And one of those firings, I worked for a buddy, and we went up to Chicago for the first time ever, about 15 years ago. And we went to Wrigleyville. We went downtown, and I noticed all the garbage dumpsters. You know, you look at a garbage dumpster around here, and there's trash outside of the dumpster sometimes. But the alleys and everything were so clean and pristine. I was like, why is it so clean? He goes, because of the rat problem. Because if you don't, keep your little trash and your little areas clean, they will invade it.
Yeah, that city got cleaned up, and that's why it looks like that as well. And that's how New York was about 3 years ago. New York really cleaned up and helped the rat problem. But now everyone's running out of New York, and the rats are staying.
Especially in office. Sorry about that. Coming up, a woman, her boyfriend and ex-husband bought a house together. We'll tell you why coming up next.
It just felt like the right thing.
Okay, did you send me then that montage? Oh, no, okay, you sent it. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just 325. Round and round. Oh, shit. Hey, Pam wants to know how early she can call. She has appointments this morning.
As early as 10, I would say, right? I'll be up there about 11:30, so make sure you're done and out.
Do you want to
where do these downloads go? How annoying is this thing?
You want to do it in about 20 minutes after our next break?
Oh, yeah, that early she means? Okay.
Yeah, she said, or can we call now?
Oh, yeah, tell her.
9:25? Well,
yeah. Ask her in 10 minutes. That's good. God.
A temporary layoff.
I just got the weirdest headache. Probably because I watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest for the first time over the weekend.
Oh my God.
Well, I watched the Ratchet series on Netflix, and Melaine was like, "Have you seen One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?" I said, "No." She goes, "Well, that's where the nurse is from." And it wasn't on 2 seconds, and she was walking down the hall. I go, "Oh, there's Nurse Ratchet."
I mean,
Where's the story? Hold on. Where's the story? Hold on. Where are we? Okay. I don't have that tease.
no. Oh,
No, I mean, I don't have it to run. If you want to do it.
all right, I will. So how is Ratchet? Because I've been contemplating.
I hate when people say this, but the filming and the colors and it's awesome. And the story's great. For whatever reason, I did not love the ending.
I got you. Hang on. Coming up with Danny and the Jar, a woman, her boyfriend, and ex-husband all buy a house together. That sounds smart. It's coming up with 98.1 The Max. 2, 3, 4. Do you know that there's nothing wrong with it for people who what's her name who played OJ? The actress who plays Nurse Ratchet, she was in OJ.
Oh, Sarah Paulson.
Right. You know, she's like, has a partner who's like 70 years old. It's a famous actress. I can't think of her name, but I was like, that's a little
Oh, she's a lesbian?
I didn't know it till like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
No, don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yes, please. Thank you.
Few tears from the servers because they knew them and very humbled.
I want to know what did I do with that AC/DC audio? God, the downloads. I've downloaded 39 things this morning. It just cracks me up how much we do. Okay, AC/DC teaser promo. Eddie Van Halen. Was that before or after AC/DC?
Stop it, Jarman. Lord, how big is that train?
Eddie and new AC/DC was like the same day. All right, you ready?
Good Times with Danny and the Jar. On 98.1 The Max.
Boy, this is a doozy. There's a woman in Connecticut who recently bought a house with her boyfriend and her ex-husband. They're all moving into it with their 4 kids, but they've already been living together for a while. The husband says it started because their kid was sick and he wanted the mom to be there. And she says it just works for them, and her boyfriend and ex get along quite well, she says.
It just felt like the right thing to do at the time. And we had a child that was sick. I just felt he needed his mother here as well. And I just wanted to make it work.
And these guys never even had a disagreement, not once. I have disagreements with each of them all the time. These two just get along. So it just works for us.
Now, you've expressed in the past how Carl's cool with all of your ex-boyfriends.
Yep.
And you...
Not so much.
Yes.
Very nice.
I mean, once you have kids, that all goes away. Yeah. I don't have any jealousy towards his ex-girlfriends, nor do I care now.
Right.
But before we were married more. But yeah, the carpenter doesn't have a jealous bone in his body, I swear.
It's really a waste of time. I mean, because I've had good-looking girlfriends, and I've walked into a room with them before, and like, you could just feel guys staring at them. And I'm like, well, hey, she's here with me, and she's leaving with me. That's all that matters. Just being jealous to me, I think is just a waste of time and another burden to make you anxious.
Yeah, and that's why I married the Carpenters, because when we were dating, he came to our remote. I think we were at Patrick's, and I know we were at Patrick's. And he was there, and it's over, and he was like, do I ever have to go to another one of those things in my life? And I said, was it that bad? He said, well, your job is to talk to people and talk to listeners. Most of your listeners are dudes, so dudes are coming up to you left and right. And I look like the creepy boyfriend on the side, making sure you don't say or do anything wrong. And I don't want to be there as a creepy boyfriend. Do your job, and I'll see you after. I was like, marry me now. Because every other guy I've dated is like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that? I'm like, Steve from Mumford? I don't know. He listens to me.
It's Dennis from Detroit. I have no idea what you're talking about. but the Carpenter, it doesn't do well in crowds, period. How many concerts have y'all been to together?
Tons, but we never leave together.
Because he leaves first.
Yes, he leaves first. Or he gets down to the front stage and takes a picture next to the star, and then I get jealous, speaking of jealousy, because he is so miserable and thinks it's so weird for everybody to be staring in the same place. If he'd lay off the weed a little bit before we went, I swear he wouldn't be so paranoid. But no, that's not him. But yeah, he has to be doing something. That is what the problem is. Like, even when he can't, the thing is, he can't understand why people stand around and small talk. And I'm telling you, after this pandemic, I have to agree with him. The energy to think that I have to go to somebody's house and walk around and small talk about stuff I don't care about.
And just chit chat.
And just chit chat and stand there and do. So, I mean, if we go, to the beach, he's constantly making sandcastles or constantly building something or doing something. So I think that's a lot of it. So he either leaves the concert or works his way just to see. It's like a game to him to see if he can get the front row.
Right. Because like anytime I come over to your house or your parents' house, he and I are nowhere near any of y'all. We're like way back in the barn or something doing this and that and just ignoring all of you. But he's definitely a wallflower when it comes to people, but there's nothing wrong with it.
My sister-in-law is the exact same way. They're very more introverts. And of course, my brother and I, happy birthday, Paul Bruns. If you see him today, tell him happy birthday.
Ollie.
But my brother and I are definitely more extroverts. And it was funny. It was the Carpenter came home, like we were coming home from Thanksgiving or something. I don't remember what it was, but he's like, I haven't like talked to Vicky in like a year. That's my sister-in-law. And I was like, what? He's like, not for any other reason than her and I don't initiate conversations. I'm like, how weird are you two? And he's like, no, you're the weird one. You're the weird one. You're the one that likes to get up on stage. Normal people don't like to get in front of people, let alone stand and make a conversation about nothing. And so those two are great with each other.
Right.
I kind of wish I was more like them.
Coming up here, Dave Grohl does a little benefit, speaking of stages, called Save Our Stages, and a 43-year-old album hits the Billboard Top 10 this week. That's next. Clear. We got Pam on the line.
Okay.
So, Danny, when you asked if Pam picked the NASCAR driver, I flat rolled out of here like at 10:05. My family's doing a Pam. You're on the line, but I flat ran out of here at 10:05. I had to take a check to my cousin. We were reappraising the farm. They did it wrong, so I had to send her a check. And I got back here about 12:30, and I was like, "Holy cow!" I totally skipped on Pam. And so, what was y'all's conflict?
We had horrible problems Friday morning at the casino, and by the time I hit the door at like 9:45, I didn't even get back to my office to log on to a computer, pick up a phone, nothing until like 5 hours later. So yes, it was a bad day. But I would not have picked Joey Logano, just so you know. I was not. I'm not gonna lie. I did not this week.
All right.
I did pick Alabama though, Danny. You'd been proud of me because I was like, y'all don't know. Y'all gonna say Bama struggled against Ole Miss, but they just come out and whoop Georgia's ass.
Well, yeah, but I would say the last two games, Ole Miss and Georgia, they've waited till the second half to do anything.
Still, I said it from the beginning. But let's talk about, so we have 2 NFL games tonight. We finally have a World Series starting Tuesday night. And then we got Thursday night college and NFL, and then 3-4 Friday night college games. And the Big 8 starts this weekend too. So,
all right, you rolling, Jar?
Yep.
Pam, it was a big weekend with college football and NFL, but tonight we've got 2 NFL games going on. Who do you like?
Yeah, so we have Arizona against Dallas. So we know that Dak Prescott's out, but Dallas is favored by 3, and the over-under is 52. And then you got Kansas City playing Buffalo. Kansas City's favored by 3, and that over-under is 55. So I'm going to take Kansas City, and I'm going to go with Arizona tonight.
And the Kansas City at Buffalo game starts at 4 o'clock our time, and the Arizona at Dallas starts regularly at 7:15.
And finally, we got a World Series.
We finally got a World Series.
Say it again, Pam.
We got a World Series. We got a World Series starting on Tuesday night.
The Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays both have been in the World Series a few times, and for LA, it'll be the 3rd in 4 years.
Yeah, so I know me and Danny's always talked about, those bets when the series start. Can I play which team I like the most and what game they're going to win in? So is Tampa Bay going to pull it out, or is the Dodgers got the momentum winning that last night? They're going to go in and pull it out in like 5 games?
All right.
Come down and pick which game you want to win that on.
All right. I'll take Dodgers in 5 games.
Awesome. I'm going to go Tampa Bay in 6.
Ooh.
Nice. I'll say Tampa in 5.
There you go. So it's me and Jar against Danny.
All right, so what do we have for the rest of the week?
So you got college football game on Thursday night, and you have a pro game with the Giants and the Eagles on Thursday night. The Eagles are favored by 7. The over-under is 45. We have 4 Friday night college games, football games, and then the Big 8 starts this weekend too. So you're going to have a full day of football on Saturday and Sunday.
All right. Well, thank you, Pam. Looking forward to it. We'll talk to you on Thursday. It's Pam with Pam's Picks from the book at Horseshoe Casino.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, girl. Bye. Make sure you edit that one part about the NFL saying one game has already started and the other one will start tonight at 7:15 because to play 20 minutes after it's.
Oh, you're right.
I know.
As usual.
I'm just kidding.
And you're going to be hot as hell because
And the Big 8.
You rolling, Jar?
Yep.
Damn, it was a big.
I'm going to take Kansas City, and I'm going to go with Arizona tonight.
And the Kansas.
Correct.
And finally, we got a World Series.
Jar. We finally got a World Series. A World Series tonight.
And the Kansas City at Buffalo game. And the Kansas.
We got a World Series. We got a World Series starting on Tuesday night. We got a World Series starting. A World Series. We got a.
The Dodgers and the Tampa.
Yeah, so I know me and Danny's always talked about, those bets. Yeah, so I know me and Danny's always talked about, those bets when the
games going on. Oh, dang it.
It's Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
I was going to hit that and scare you.
Where do I take this pain of mine? What do you got? Well, never mind. I'll ask you after.
Josh, Austin, the cost, if you're still watching on the Smith & Myers, I think it starts at $150. And depending on how many people you get in the car, the price will change. So you can, I think you can pay as little as $35 a person.
You can go to 91 Max like Tom and they will tell you to. Where do I take this pain of mine? There's a fire burning in my heart. I can't wait to see what she looks like. I really like her, Noah. Stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. All right, what's after this? Are we updated? Are we up to date? Are we up to date? Are we up to date? Yeah, I agree with you.
I can't find the audio, though. That's what made it so cool.
I know. I was like,
Brian Johnson flat out said it.
I thought Angus did too.
Do you notice I put something back there? I don't know if you can really see it, though.
Oh, Lord. Like you know what the fuck that means. Pardon my pun.
You're not in radio unless you've got... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, he's too tall. There, is that better? It's Chewbacca behind him. And then I see three.
I didn't have my mic on, but I saw the first one. I was like, like you know what the F that means. And then I was like, oh, okay.
No, I heard you.
Oh, I wonder why my mic was off.
You can't really see Chewbacca.
The old goldenrod. Man, today's flown by. Thank you, Lord.
Okay, so AC/DC, rumors, and then I guess I'll intro that.
Whoa. Is the Foo Fighters the only audio here?
It's Save the Stages.
No, I have it.
That's it.
Okay. I didn't know if we had Fleetwood Mac. Ooh, here we go.
You're listening to Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Jarman, this took me by surprise this morning when AC/DC's Angus Young said he didn't include Malcolm Young's guitar tracks on the new Power Up album because he felt Malcolm himself wouldn't like me trying to splice his guitar work. I could have sworn when we announced this new song 2 weeks ago that Malcolm and Brian Johnson both said Malcolm was on the album.
Yeah, I thought I'm almost positive like you. I heard the same because that's what made it special. Remember?
Yeah, and they said that Malcolm and Angus would be sitting there shredding all the time together, recording just random stuff. Maybe I just misunderstood it and took that as they used it as their songs. I don't know, but
I don't know where he would think that Malcolm would splice. For those of you that don't know what splice is like cutting up a recording. He's using old terms like tape, recording tape, where we use computers now. But I don't think Malcolm would have any problem with it. But
I think I still use the word splice. You don't use splice anymore?
No, cut, paste, boom, gone. Control.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I'll just splice it up and put it together.
Yep.
Great. That's when no wonder when I was on the phone with these teenagers yesterday trying to make up their cheer music and help them with it, they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. They're like, splice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't miss that at all.
The weekly Billboard 200 albums chart is out, and the number 7 album is one that was released 43 years ago. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Have you seen the TikTok video of the skateboarder going to work, drinking cranberry juice and singing Dreams, which is on that album?
Yes, I have. I've seen Mick Fleetwood do it. I believe Stevie Nicks is doing it on skates. She goes very retro with it.
I have not seen it, but the album has sold 33,000 copies just last week.
I mean, that's a lot for 43 years ago.
And that's, same with Bohemian Rhapsody, with Wayne's World, and what else? Rat with that commercial with Geico.
Phil Collins recently with In the Air Tonight, and those two brothers who were just flabbergasted how long it took to kick in.
So if you are a, artist that was around 30 years plus and need a little jump in your pocket, go viral somehow and everybody will buy your album again.
There's a young lady from Texas named Randy something. She recorded it. She's not on skates, but she's like just sitting on her bed with a microphone that looks about like $3,000. And she does a fantastic job of it. It's going viral too.
And everything's gone viral because of the pandemic. So the Foo Fighters played a virtual 5-song acoustic set for the Save Our Stages Fest. It's a 3-day digital festival benefiting independent music venues. If you go online or you go to the YouTube channel, you can donate there to help save the stages. They had a lot of things to say, a lot of moving things, and very into their music. However, I picked my favorite because I actually sat and watched it last night and recorded the whole thing. And I just love hearing stories. And when people are real, and you can't get more real than Dave. So here's them talking about the Troubadour, and that's where they're recording this and set up. And then they go into 3 songs, and him being solo. That's what the acoustic is just unbelievable. Here you go.
Not it?
No, that's your Nene song or whatever that girl made for that little girl.
That is her. Hang on, never mind. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. We're the Foo Fighters, and we're here at the legendary Troubadour in Los Angeles. Just a few minutes ago, I actually remembered the first time I came to the Troubadour, which was in 1987. It was my first trip to Los Angeles. I was on tour with my band Scream, and we somehow found our way in to the bar without paying, and I met Bret Michaels from Poison.
Yes.
It's true. I said hello. I think that was the first rock star I'd ever met, was here at the Troubadour.
The first time I saw Poison was here at the Troubadour.
So basically,
it's a Poison themed night.
This is like the local, huh?
Do you want to talk after this, by the way, or just let it roll?
Let's see. I don't know.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Do you remember the first band that you saw at the Troubadour?
Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's.
It was a punk rock riot.
It was a punk rock riot? Uh-oh, what happened?
They didn't usually let us in here. They made a mistake.
Tell the best part of that story. Who did you get in a fight with that night?
I got in a fight with Tom Waits. This was like his house. I don't think he likes us coming in and messing things up.
All right. I'm going to dedicate this song to Pat Smear.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. There goes my hero. He's ordinary. It's times like these learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. If everything could ever feel this real forever, if anything could ever be this good again, the only thing I'll ever ask of you, gotta promise not to stop when I say when. She sang.
You know, all this virtual stuff, it's hard for me to get into. And I was working on some other stuff. I didn't even really watch them as much as listen to it. And it was just awesome. It was awesome. I couldn't believe it. I just sat through the whole thing. And acoustic sometimes is more powerful, I think, than actually a full band.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you, did you ever go to the Troubadour when you were in LA?
Yeah.
What would you compare it to locally?
I don't know. Minglewood, much smaller than Minglewood, but
a more open space like that.
They're all open like that. There's no seats. Like if there are seats, it's on the walls of pretty much every place.
Where did River Phoenix pass?
The Viper Room.
And that's not big at all, right?
No, that is no. It's tiny. It's very, very tiny. And you know what River's last words were when he died outside on the curb, don't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
I wasn't going to be caught dead in there. But you need to go see Smith & Myers this Wednesday night at the Summer Drive-In. Their acoustic set is going to be amazing like that. Just think of all the Shines Down songs that you do like. And then when you bring it down to that Hero song that he dedicated to Pat Smear was just unbelievable last night. So that's what you'll hear on Wednesday are stories and songs. And I think it's good sometimes. Slow your life down a little bit.
Yep, just a little bit. Coming up, I'll just say this: bacon-scented pandemic mask and the end of an era for a Coca-Cola product. For beautiful people. clear.
Never, never.
Yeah, it's amazing how, loud they are live and the whole screaming thing, but he can do acoustic very well.
Yeah, there's just something about him because, in 2008 when we went and saw him, I didn't think I was a fan. I didn't know I was a fan. And then I knew all the songs. It's like, oh my God, this is hit after hit. But the way they put on a show, there's something very intimate that Dave Grohl does. And I don't even know what it is, but you feel like you're there with him.
Yeah, well, you were right about the stories also. Okay, so once again, you watch Ratchet and then Cuckoo.
I did it backwards.
In that order, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Ratchet coming from Cuckoo.
I got you.
Oh, but yeah, no, the show I think is awesome.
Good. Okay, I'll watch it.
I mean, the way they film it, I hate when people say that kind of garbage, but the colors, it's nutty too. I mean, it's nuts.
That's that whole American horror movie. That show's done well, but I just can't watch it because I'm a PUSSY.
What was the movie we watched where the guy ended up, or not movie, but series, where he ended up cutting off people's limbs and he was watching them through the screen and making the women take care of their prosthetics or nubs?
I don't know.
I mean, it was so crazy demented. This is what Ratchet reminds me of. What was it?
Yeah, Ryan Murphy is the guy behind American Horror Story. He also did OJ. That's why she's in so many of his projects.
She's amazing in this.
Oh, she's fantastic in anything.
What was she in Bird Box? Who was she in Bird Box?
I don't know. I've deleted.
I was blindfolded the whole time. I didn't see it. What was the movie with the series where guy watches women with
Where is that? Tab cola. What a beautiful drink.
Oh, it was Goliath? Was it Goliath? No way.
For beautiful people. A tab cola. What a beautiful drink. Tab for beautiful people.
I wonder if I didn't watch season 3. I forgot about Goliath. Oh, is that it? You ready?
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Yep.
You're listening to Danny in the Jar
on 98.1 The Max.
How many masks have you had so far, Danny?
I'm gonna go with 3.
Yeah, that's about how I am. I gave away some that people custom made for me because they were tiger masks, but I've lost them. But
I got 2 new ones coming. That's pretty cool. You can order your kids' artwork on anything these days.
Wow,
including masks. So I've got one of each. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. What are they of?
Scribbles.
Sort of like what you do all day. Well, a U.S. company is offering fans of breakfast meat the chance to enjoy the scent of sizzling pork anytime with a bacon-scented face mask. They say Black Label Breathable Bacon Mask uses the latest in bacon smell technology to give the wearer the experience of smelling bacon anytime they do. The COVID-19 protection accessory.
Eat some bacon and put on your mask, and you'll smell it.
Me and a friend, he moved down to New Orleans, but used to work at the Two-Way, and we always talked about he wanted to open up a place called Pork Kitchen. I was like, I just want a cologne called Pork, just where you just dab it every now and then, just But I don't know.
I mean, you just get fatter smelling it. How many times do you smell food cooking and you weren't even hungry and now you are?
Yeah.
So you want to walk around smelling bacon all day, you're just going to be hungry all day.
Yeah, maybe you're right. That would make other senses and things in your nervous system want to eat more. So I guess I should buy one that smells like an apple, is what you're saying? All brand.
How about just not food in general?
Maybe some flowers. And it's the end of an era. My godmother and godfather lived 2 doors down from me as a kid. My mom was a single parent and put them in a will that if anything ever to happen to them, it was Lee and Betty Kramer in West Memphis. He was the Park and Recreations, and they had Tab Cola in their house all the time. Did you ever drink it back in the 70s and 80s?
No, I tasted it. It tastes awful. It's the worst tasting thing I've ever tasted, but all the teachers drank it.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, because it was the only diet cola out there. And that's back when everybody was getting physical with Olivia Newton-John. You were going and getting on that vibrating belt while you're drinking a Tab Cola.
Sweating to the oldies.
Right. Richard Simmons like, I could do that. Well, they're discontinuing Tab Cola 57 years after it debuted in 1963.
1 calorie Tab Cola. What a beautiful drink. Tab Cola. For beautiful people. Tab Cola. It's beautiful to be so good and sugar-free. Tab.
I like Tab. I'm not a big fan of Diet Coke at all. Tab has a little bit of that lemon scent or lemon flavor in it to make it a little bit tasty, but Diet Coke, I don't know. You pound them in the mornings. I'll just look at it and go, ugh.
Yeah, and I never like Diet Coke, except that's what the carpenter drinks. So I don't drink Cokes enough to put them into the refrigerator. So if I'm craving a Coke, that's my only option. I don't crave Sprite anymore. There's quite a few Sprites in there too, but for whatever reason now, Now, I will say though, I'll drink. I'd prefer regular Coke over Diet Coke, but I just don't have enough to buy them.
Yeah, and I mean the sugar content is just something adults shouldn't consume at all on a regular basis. That's why you get your feet cut off. On that note, hey, have a great Monday. Should nice weather, highs in the mid 80s, lows in the mid 60s. You got anything?
No.
Adios.
Hold on. No one's helping me with my. Is it Goliath?
Do you want me to just do paying myself?
What do you mean?
I mean, there wasn't much to it. Oh, hey, do you have Rook anywhere?
What do you mean?
It was very early. It was the first break today. You want to do it now or tomorrow?
Let's do it tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday.
All right.
What do you ask about Pam? Oh yeah, you
want
make sure you put some beds under her, and you can find them all at Phantom, the NFL and the NBA. Those are the ones I've used.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta be up there in about an hour and a half. Let me discontinue this.